Alright, so the next effect we're going to work on is the shuffler, and this will probably be my shortest video of this little series. The shuffler, it takes your beat and it completely randomizes it with no apparent order other than the pretty vague options that you give it, but it's still very, very random. Now, to me, as an artist, this effect seems to be the most, well, it has the least amount of musical integrity, in my opinion. And I'm not trying to bash the guys who made it, but in FL, you have a piano roll. If you want random beats, you should at least be able to have a say in, where they go and how random your beat actually is. And to me, the shuffler kind of takes over and gives you no options. And yeah, this is pretty much how you do the shuffling effect. Vaguely. Like that. And I'm not trying to, bash the people who made it and oversimplify it, but that's really all you have to do. Now, combining that with the retrigger effect I showed you could sound really cool. Combining it with a tape stop could sound really cool. But doing it alone, it doesn't seem to, it doesn't sit well with me. It feels like the computer is taking over more of the music than I am. But moving on, I'm going to do 2 in this tutorial because it's just a bit short. The reverser. Now the reverser is one of my favorites because it's so hard to replicate. It's probably one of the few ones in dBlue that I actually use anymore. So this is what the beat sounds like unreversed. What happened? Oh yeah, it's all off. With the reverse, sounds like a house beat to me. Now, make sure you set your little lines wherever you want something to be repeated, because if you have it set from here to here, it'll only reverse one thing because it determines what's reversed, comparing, where it starts and where it ends. Now you'll notice we're not hearing any hi-hats. It's because we don't have any lines on the offbeat, which is where our hi-hats are. And that kind of doubles up everything. But what I'm going to run through now is a couple ways to do this. Now, if you've used FL for 20 minutes, I guarantee you've found this reverse function. It's a great function. Now, I'm going to try and recreate that beat the best I can. I can get pretty close, but that's the reason I like the reverser, is because it's still pretty hard to replicate. Now what we're going to do is, no, not replace, clone. We're going to make a clone, and we're going to set the clone to reverse. Now let's increase the length a little bit. Now, and we're going to just trust me on this, you're going to have to set your reverses on your offbeat. And since we can't hear the hat with the first one, we're just going to leave the hat out. You'll get the gist of how to do this, and you'll be able to add whatever you want. And now let's reverse our clap. And make sure the claps are exactly opposite. Now this is kind of close, but the reverser still has me beat. Now you'll hear the claps aren't exactly timed perfectly. That's where you're going to have to, like that. So yeah, that's that. You don't have to, try and recreate exactly what this can do. The reverser, it also has, here, let's just turn all this off and just use the slicer. Oh, after we clear this up, I guess. One thing the reverser can do that sounds really cool, it's pretty much the same as the retrigger, but it does sound a little different, and I still use the reverser for it. it can really make it arpeggiated, but like, in a reverse way. So, and here's the different settings on how to, run the reverser. You can read down there what it does. Alrighty, so yeah, moving on to the next toot.